everyone, I'm I. Today I'm going to show you how to make apple crumb pie, also known as Dutch apple pie. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is get some pie crust fitted into a pie dish. Don't worry if it doesn't look perfect. And you're going to pierce all around using a fork, and that's just to make sure that it doesn't puff up while it bakes. And you're going to crumple up a piece of parchment paper and fit it into the pie, and you're going to fill that with pie weights. You can use ceramic pie weights, or you can use rice like me. Don't use good rice. Or you can also use dried beans. That's good too. And you want to fill it up all the way to the top. And this is going to make sure that that pie crust doesn't puff up in the oven. And in it goes. Now, while that pie crust is baking, you are going to cook your apples. You can slice them however thick you like, honestly. I like mine pretty thin. And I made the big mistake of using like softer apples. You want to try and use crisp apples. I just made a mistake, you know? And you're going to cook it in some butter. You're going to add some sugar. I like to use light brown sugar, but you can use granulated if that's what you have. I think brown sugar would just be a little overwhelming. And you're going to add your spices, some cinnamon, some nutmeg, some cloves and allspice. Don't forget some salt as well. And you're going to toss it so that everything is coated. Yeah, keep cooking it and keep tossing. You can see my apples are starting to break apart. Not cool, but it's okay. It's going to taste good. It's just going to be a little jammier. And we're cooking the apples first so that it doesn't release a bunch of liquid while it bakes in the oven. That's going to cause your pie crust to get soggy, and nobody likes a soggy bottom, right? So you want to cook off all that liquid. And we're also going to add some flour so that that soaks up the liquid as well. So yeah, you can see it's kind of turning into applesauce, but that's okay. It'll taste good. Now, you're going to let that cool off. And while it cools, you're going to make the streusel topping. So in a bowl, I have some sugar and some flour, a little salt. We're going to add some cinnamon. Mix it up with your finger because you're going to get them dirty anyway. Add that butter. Make sure it's cubed and very cold. You're going to work that butter into the flour mixture. You want to smush each cube of butter. You're going to keep working that in until it comes all together into like a sandy mixture like that. And because this is gluten-free, because this is gluten-free flour, it needs extra moisture to hydrate. So I added a little bit of almond milk. Work it in, looks good. Add your oats. Work it in. And then I'm going to add some chopped pecans. You can buy them already chopped if you want, or you can chop them yourself. Work it in. Now, the pie crust is baked. It's par baked. That means it's half baked. And it's been cooling. All right, I'm going to add in that apple filling. I should have used a different apple. That's okay. Nothing I can do about it now. And it tasted good. So you know what? It's okay. Just bothers me a little bit. Come on, come on. Just dump the whole thing in. Why am I taking so long? There we go. Okay. Now you want to smooth it out so it's not all lumpy and bumpy. All right, here comes my type A annoying personality trying to make it perfect. Come on, it's okay, it's fine. It doesn't need to be perfect. Let's go. right? And you're going to sprinkle on that streusel topping. I like a lot of streusel on my apple pie, so I make lots, but if you don't want this much, you can put whatever leftover you have into a Ziploc bag or any other freezer bag you have and keep it in the freezer. And then the next time you make muffins and you want a little streusel on top, you can use it that way. Lots of streusel on my apple pie. But it's good, it's nice and crunchy. And into the oven it goes for about 40 minutes. And after it bakes, you want to let this cool completely because you want apple pie, not apple, I don't know, soup. You don't want it to be molten. So you want to let it cool completely before you cut it in, or cut into it. Can't talk. Hold on. Things falling apart. I took photos earlier, so I did already have a few bites, but in this piece, I had to make it look like I was like cutting into it. Okay, here we go. Okay. It's a really big piece. So if you can see, there's like a layer of white that's cooked pie crust, but the moisture from the apples have soaked through, but the bottom of the pie crust and the sides are really nice and crusty. And of course the top, the streusel on the top is super crunchy and extra crunch because of the pecans. Okay, finally my mouth is empty. I hope you guys like this. I hope you make it. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.